What is up, everybody? Welcome to Dudes Who Bet Daily, January 14, 2022. Wild card weekend, baby. I'm pumped for some football today, although I feel bad for the people playing in San Francisco. Have you guys seen the weather yet, Papa Dude?
No, I've not.
It looks like a hurricane broadcast from...
Oh, man.
It is 30-mile-per-hour winds. It's raining. It's supposed to stop raining for the game, be just sprinkles. But that wind is going to cause some havoc there.
Whoa. Wind is brutal in a football game. Yeah.
One of the really interesting facts, we'll get into the games here in a second. Actually, hell, let's just throw it right up here. San Francisco playing Seattle. San Fran laying 9.5. Total at 42. Wild numbers on the total here. 54% of the tickets are on the under. 46 on the over. 91% of the money is on the under. Under getting bet huge here because of this weather coming in. Anytime you have weather in one of these games there, and generally it does play toward the under, especially the wind, which just wreaks havoc. And you kind of expect you're going to see San Francisco run the crap out of the ball anyway. Does that lean toward the under for you?
Yeah, I think you do kind of lean that way now with the weather. And honestly, I've always felt like the weather eventually helps the home team. You know, it just always kind of feels like that way. Although usually it's because that team is used to those conditions and maybe a team coming up is not. I don't think anybody's used to those conditions there in San Francisco, the wind and the rain and all the weather that they're getting. I'm leaning under. I'm leaning Seahawks plus 9.5. I do think the 49ers win this game. But with the weather like it is, it could kind of really, compress things, so to speak.
Yeah, I'm looking at some wide receiver under totals because of the weather magic. One of the interesting ones, DK Metcalf currently sitting at 65.5 yards. Ward is going to shadow him. Did so in the last game. He only had 4 receptions for 33 yards. If the wind wreaks havoc, I wouldn't be shocked to see some unders on the receiving side.
Aaron, you ignorant slut. Listen, 49ers are going to cruise to a huge victory over the Seahawks. Take the 9.5 with the 49ers. They're going to cruise today.
I would lay the 9.5. I like the under as well, Papa Dude. Do you have any opinion here on the side?
I'm trying to come up with an answer to Magic here. That was really brutal. That
mean.
it was really mean. I mean, this every opinions are like assholes. We all have one.
And no one wants to hear Aaron's.
Aaron, any kind of rebuttal on that, or are you just used to it?
It's your turn.
Okay, all right, I got it. Oh boy, 42. Well, I think you go under unless there's turnovers, like fumbles deep in somebody's territory. Maybe run an interception back if the weather's as bad as it's supposed to be. Is the wind going to continue to blow all day? I'm assuming it will.
It's not good today there. It's weather that's very unique compared to what they usually have.
Yeah. Well, Magic, I'm going the Seahawks plus 9.5 as well.
Guys like burning money. Go ahead and bet those Seahawks, baby. I think Seattle needs 2 to 3 turnovers to stay in this game, somewhere in that range. We'll get them. They're going to need. I don't think Brock Purdy's going to get the chance to throw the ball. McCaffrey does not fumble very often, so hopefully he can hang on to it. I have McCaffrey over 77.5 rushing yards. Not my best bet of the day, but one of the ones that I did put in already here. I bet the Niners. I've got the Niners in a couple teases. So I'm pretty heavy on San Francisco here. Hopefully Brock Purdy doesn't screw the pooch. Quickly, any other opinions here, Magic, before we want to jump on?
No, we can keep moving.
All right, let's roll on to Los Angeles. San Diego, screw it. The San Diego Chargers, -2, heading into Jacksonville. This team still should be in San Diego. I mean, no one cares in LA. Absolutely no one cares. And I don't think there's a bit more bitter fan base than the hardcore Charger fans. I knew a couple in Los Angeles. They refused to follow this team when it moved up to Los Angeles because they left San Diego. Interesting matchup here. 2 quarterbacks, first time in the playoffs, both very highly regarded, highly drafted. Trevor Lawrence looked like a disaster in Week 18, Papa Dude. I was not impressed with how he played at all at Tennessee. Herbert's pretty consistent. Do you think it's the quarterback matchups that decides this one or something else?
It's the Chargers. So who knows what's going to decide it?
Well, it's the Jags.
You just don't know. Yeah, I thought Jacksonville looked terrible in the last game of the year. And I really got soured on them a little bit, although that was a pressure-packed game for them, and they hadn't been in one in a long time. maybe ever. So it's been a long time since they've been in that situation. So I kind of give them a little bit of a break there. Chargers, they're better than they are. I'm going to say that till I'm blue in the face. And even if they lose, I'm going to continue to say it. I like the Chargers -2 in this game. I just don't see how they lose this game if they play like they're capable.
I don't think they get blown out. I could see them losing. This is one of those games where you have three possible outcomes in my mind. Either the Chargers blow out the Jags, it's a close Chargers win, or it's a close Jags win. I would be very surprised if the Jaguars won by 10-plus points here. What do you think, Aaron?
I like the Chargers. I take the Chargers in this game, and cautiously, I will say I'm confident the Chargers are going to win this game. And that's always a thing that you say, and then the next morning you wake up and go, God, I am stupid, because it's going to be interesting to see how they blow this one. But I'm with Papa Dude. Even with Mike Williams out, they just seem to have more talent than the Jaguars across the board. I think the Jaguars could match them in spots, but across the board, I think the Chargers have more talent. I think they get it done here. Like I said, I really think they're covering today. I think they're going to get the job done.
Magic?
Aaron, you kooky little cockalorum. Chargers big. Chargers big. Just like Oilers big last night, Chargers big.
Yeah, that was a fun plus 150 cash on the Oilers. That was never in doubt. Up 7 or wins the game 7-1. McDavid celebrates his birthday with 2 goals and 1 assist. They're back tonight, but that's not one of the games we're going to talk about. Yeah, the Chargers should win this game. We'll see if they do. This is going to be an interesting one to actually watch tonight. I think this is the more interesting of the two games, probably the most interesting game in my mind across the entire weekend. That Giants Vikings game should be interesting as well. But this one to me is one of those that could go either way. Not going to have a huge bet on this either way. We got some early NBA action, Papa Dude. Bucks heading into the Heat. The Bucks catching 4 points. Total sitting at 213. Who you got here?
Well, I put the Bucks first. Then I changed my mind and went with the Heat. Then I changed my mind and went with the Bucks. And finally, I decided going to go with the home team. Miami needs this game. Sometimes Milwaukee doesn't play very well in games like this. I'm going with the Heat. I don't know whether they're going to cover that, though. That 4 points. I don't know about that. But I think the Heat's going to win this game. I like them.
Yeah, I took a nibble at the Heat -4. Not a big bet for me, but a little bit of something on it. Aaron, what are your thoughts?
Bucks upset. Bucks big. Bet them on the money line.
Magic?
Aaron, you silly little snollygoster. Let me tell you, the Bucks will cover. Do not play them on the money line. Heat win.
I like the contention we got going here. All right, let's head over to the ice. Flames +100 heading into Dallas -120. Best game of the day by far. Total sitting at a paltry 5.5. Last time we had a 5.5 total. The final was 2-1. Went way under it. Aaron, who you like here?
I took Dallas. I almost took this as my best bet of the day. I just think Dallas is a little bit better than the Calgary Flames. On the road, Flames are on a long road trip here. Tough spot. It's an afternoon game. I usually like the home teams in the afternoon games as well. Like I said, almost best bet for the day was the Dallas Stars today. So I will take Dallas to win this one.
Magic?
Aaron, you puffy little pillock. Flames, upset. Let's go. Listen, the Papa Dude was here yesterday, and he had Cornell +100, and I know a lot of people cash because I got texts about it. Flames +100. Got to keep it going.
Not so fast, my friend. Stars, big. Papa Dude, who you got?
Dallas. I'm going Dallas as well because Calgary is going to be exhausted from that back-to-back against that tremendous St. Louis Blues team. They're just not going to have anything left going out of this game. So,
tremendous St. Louis Blues team. Yeah, that's it.
I'm going Dallas.
All right, let's head to one of the teams we've gotten wrong a heck of a lot of times this year. The Predators, -130, slight favorites over the Sabres, have been one of the surprise teams this year, +110. Total sitting at 6.5. I went back and forth on this one. I ended up just playing the under here. I thought 6.5 was a little bit too high. Aaron, what are your thoughts?
Tough game. You picked the good ones here to talk about. I guess you did that on purpose. Yeah. This is a good game. I'm with you. It's tough to pick a side. You can see it go either way. The Sabres, man, they're just a team that at times can really jump up and play a great game and beat you. They can really score. But Nashville's playing great right now. They get them at home. Really tough building to win, as we all know. Even Magic knows that. So I'm going to take Nashville to win this one.
Magic, you like Nashville?
you bushy little bootlicker. No, it's going to be the Sabres. Luukkonen's in net. UC Saros is playing for the Predators tonight. Had that dude on fantasy. He is terrible. He's terrible. Buffalo Sabres.
UC Saros, one of my least favorite people in the world right now because of these 64 save effort. Papa Dude, who you got?
Predators to win at home tonight.
I still like if Saros is in the net, I like the under here. And the Sabres actually can play some defense, although they do like to put the puck in the net. All right, one more tough game for us. Heading out west, Los Angeles Kings hosting the New Jersey Devils. Devils minus 105, Kings minus 115. Total at 6.5 as well. I like the Kings here. I think this line's a little light on the minus 115, especially the Devils going across the country. Kings tough to beat in their building, Papa Dude. Who do you like here?
I agree totally. Kings playing extremely well. Long trip for New Jersey. Sometimes those East Coast teams don't play well. Out in California, I like the Kings tonight to win.
Aaron?
I'm with Papa Dude. I like the Kings. I think this is a good spot for them. Another bet that almost was the best bet here, but had a little bit too much respect for the Devils. Very good team for sure. So I took the Kings. I'll take the minus 115 at home here. They're playing awfully well. They're kind of a surprise team. So's the New Jersey Devils. They're both pretty big surprises that they're this good. But I'll take the Kings tonight.
Magic, how much do you respect Aaron's choice here?
Aaron, you pompous ass. Devils!
This is why you come here. Quality content all day, every day. Iowa State in the maze. This is a matchup of two top 15 teams. Both of them have 3 wins over ranked opponents. Iowa State heading into Kansas. Kansas laying 7.5 here, number 4 in the nation currently. Total sitting at 134. I'll start with you, Papa Dude, since I know you like the college hoops the most here. Who you got?
Several games I considered today. This is one of them. I watched Kansas a lot. I don't think they're that good. However, when they get in games like this, sometimes they blow a team out that they shouldn't. I don't think that's going to happen. I've seen Iowa State play. I really like them. I almost took this as my best bet. I like Iowa State plus 7.5.
Kansas. Big. I think Kansas rolls tonight. Aaron, who do you like?
Iowa State plus the 7.5. Kansas wins by 2 points. 2-point win for Kansas State. If we being Oklahoma, can go in there and almost win, Iowa State can do it. But they won't because the officials will give it to Kansas like they always do. Give me Kansas if it was -2, but plus or minus 7.5. Give me the Cyclones.
Magic.
No opinion.
Oh, there you go. All right. That's what I expected. I figured Magic wouldn't talk about college basketball. All right, let's head over to the race of the day. Gulfstream Park, race number 10 here. This is the Sunshine Sprint Stakes, $75,000. Going 6 furlongs on the turf. Your favorite is what? The 3-horse here? Or no, I'm sorry. The 4 Legends Can't Die. The 3 Unsociable sitting on the board at 7-2. Pretty interesting race here. We covered on the Magic Mike show, so I know who we like. Aaron, who do you like here?
This is a tricky one for sure. And I kind of went with, a horse I think is going to have the most speed and get out in front. And that's the number 1 Lightning Larry. So I put that horse on top here. I think he breaks from the inside and he gets to the lead. He's won, a bigger race than this in the past. We're kind of it's weird. We were against open allowance horses last time out. Now we're in stakes company, but it's Florida bred. Kind of think it's a step down in class compared to what he's been facing. I think he gets to the front, and I think he goes gate to wire. I'm going to go a mild upset. Number 1, Lightning Larry.
Oh, this is going to be fun. Magic?
Aaron, you moldy block of cheese. No! You talk about a step down in class. Chantel Sutherland to Morelos, that's a huge step down from in terms of jockey. Give me the 4, named after the Magic Mike Show Fantasy League team. Legends Can't Die. Luis Saez aboard for George Weaver. I love this horse cutting back from 7 after showing speed going 7. So now we're going to be 6 furlongs. Not worried about the bounce situation either. This horse has had plenty of good buyers in the past. So that 92 from the dirt debut should be able to build off of that here.
I love how both of your horses are going to cancel each other out. And neither's going to win the race. Papa Dude, who do you like here?
Wait a minute. I got to hear yours first.
Okay. Give me Gatsby. I like the 2 horse, who I think is the most proven horse in this field. Should be able to sit a good trip right behind the 2 speeds. They're going to just burn each other up. And the 1 Lightning Larry and the 4 Legends Can't Die. Keep an eye out for Cajun's Magic. 10-1 on the outside. That's the long shot I would play in this spot. Papa Dude, who you got?
What's the name of the 3 horse?
Unsociable.
Okay. I like Lightning Larry as my pick. Also,
Why did you care about the 3 horse then?
Well, I'm going to get to that.
Okay.
I'm guessing he's in his top 3.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Now, the reason I like Lightning Larry, the horse knows how to win. 4 firsts, 4 seconds out of 12 starts, including 3 stakes races. So I like him. I like Legends Can't Die second. There you go. There are some legends I wish would die, not die, but go away. Aaron Rodgers, for one. Okay, I didn't say die, though. I didn't say die. Just go away. And the 3. The 3's interesting. It's won 3 straight. The problem is first time on dirt. So that's why I shied away from him. I wonder why they're switching this horse to dirt. Any theories on this? It's been pretty good on synthetic.
I think it's really interesting. Maker claims this horse for 50,000, sends them right into a stakes race here, state bred stakes race for 75. I don't think the switch to dirt is going to be much of an issue. I think the 3 is a major player in here. Aaron, did you consider the 3 unsociable at all?
Yeah, I did. And this is a very tricky race overall. This is just one that could go a lot of different ways. Sometimes you see these fields and they're small and you're like, okay, we can kind of narrow them down. But then you look at it, it's like, dang, they kind of all look the same. And this is one of those races on their best day. Almost every horse can make that step up and win here. Yeah, I mean, the 3 is interesting. I've got the horse in the top 3, Ortiz and Maker. I mean, that's kind of all you have to say to start with. And then you dive into the horses like, yeah, this horse has talent. So, yeah, I think it's a good pick or a good idea to throw the 3 into your bets.
Try 2 with 3-7 with 3-7, cash it. That's how we're going to go there. All right, best bets of the day. Start out here with Papa Dude on a 2-game win streak. Papa Dude, take us back to the Ivy League.
Okay, well, I had several games I was picking today. Did any of you guys pick college basketball today? Probably not.
No.
Okay, so I'll mention these really, really fast because Dr. Tang and I have been going on them. I went with a more sure thing because the money was about the same on these games. So I went with one I feel like I'm a little bit more sure on. One I think you might look at today, Virginia is at Florida State. Now the records, throw those out. Because Florida State's better than their 5-12 record. They're 9.5-point underdogs in this game. The reason I like them is Virginia doesn't score very many points. So it's hard to win by 9.5, especially on the road. So that's one I really considered. Mike, you're not going to like this, my comment about Missouri.
Uh-oh.
Okay. I really like Missouri today at Florida. 5.5-point underdog. Missouri's better. But I can't do it. I don't trust them. The other one I really like is Providence, is 6.5 underdog against Creighton, but Creighton plays well in Omaha, and that's where the game's at. So I stayed away from those. I went with the Ivy League again. Now, if you watched that game last night, we saw a great game. I have a new team. That's my favorite team. Cornell. The Big Red. What a comeback last night. Fantastic comeback. Okay, guess who beat Cornell in their last outing?
Princeton.
The Princeton Tigers beat them. If you saw Cornell last night, you have got to go with the team that beat them. And it's Princeton. They're on the road, slight favorite, 3 points. I'm going with the same thing I did the other night. Washington was only 2 over Stanford. I think this line should be more. They're playing Brown. Brown's not awful, but I'm going to take the Tigers over the Bears. Princeton -3.
I love how much more confident Papa Dude is in his picks. After
I am.
You can just tell based
on man, you are ready.
Saturdays. It is night and day. I'm going to try and stay hot here. I'm going with Deebo Samuel over 12.5 rushing yards. I think this is wildly low for a team that's going to run the ball 30 times today. If he gets 3 carries, he's going over this. He could do it in 1. So give me Deebo Samuel's over 12.5 rush yards. I think they try and blend the rushes. So I think you're going to see Ayuk. I think you're going to see Deebo. I think you're going to see Elijah Mitchell. And I think you're going to see McCaffrey all get carries. But as long as we can get 3 from Deebo, we're going over this 12.5. So I'll go 12.5 rush yards for Deebo. I think that one's pretty safe there. All right. Let's head over to let's go with Aaron's best bet first. Aaron, who you got here?
Why does Magic always follow me? All right. I think that Deebo thing is crazy. I think he gets more than 12.5 rush yards.
Yeah.
The dude agrees. He was like, what? That's the line?
Pretty surprised how low it was. I was expecting something around 20.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm going to go a teaser here. I'm going to go 49ers -3, Chargers +4.5. That's the teaser. Depending on what book you look at, you get somewhere between -110, -120. So we didn't write down a number because it's changing wherever you look. But here's a theory for me. I've said it all week. I think the Chargers win, but I do think Seattle keeps it closer than that 9.5 spread. But getting it down to 3, I feel pretty good about. The Chargers were almost my best bet. And then I saw this and I paused because I thought, okay, if I can get the Chargers at +4.5, I think I'm covered. Because if they choke, I still don't think they're going to lose by more than 4 or 5 points. I think it'll be a 3-point loss, something like that, blow it late. So I really like this one. 49ers -3, Chargers +4.5 there with the teaser.
Explain what a teaser is.
Go ahead, Somich.
Because
You can do 6, 6.5, 7, 10, or 11-point teasers, depending on what you want to do. And a teaser essentially changes the line here. So he is taking San Francisco from 9.5 down to 3, and the Chargers from 2 up to +4.5. You usually get anywhere from 110 to 130, depending on the value of those teasers and the number of teams that are involved. Most of the time, you want to do 2-team teasers, but some of the bigger ones, 10, 11 points, you want to go with 3 teams. So it just kind of allows you to adjust through key numbers or create situations where you think you have a positive outcome versus a single bet that's a little more risky.
I just was a little confused because when I was in school, a teaser was a girl we didn't like.
All right, Magic. Let's go to your best bet of the day.
I like that we're 21 minutes into the show. Aaron finally got smart and gave out a good bet here. I'm going to go to Oaklawn Park, race 5, horse 4, Vow. I talked to my boy Willie. He's confident that 9-5 is going to stick on this horse in this field. You got a lot of horses that wish this race was 5 furlongs max. This is a horse that has proven in her 2 starts that she can pass horses, likes to come from a little bit off the pace. It's the Ass Man at Oaklawn. Castillo's riding for him. They're hitting at 22% together. She's 4 years old. The worst of her 2 buyers is the best in this field. She's coming to be second off of a very long layoff. She missed a year and came back and almost won a really tough maiden race at Churchill. I think that this is all systems go for the 4. And if she loses, I vow to everybody watching, I will kick Aaron in the nuts.
Well, now I'm rooting against the 4. Don't mind burning the best bet for that one. Jason brings up a great point here. Make sure you're checking out different sports books this weekend. You've got different boosts and options all over the place. So if you are in a legal betting state, make sure you're checking out all the books. Aaron mentioned the teaser at -110. That was over at, what was it? Barstool.
Yeah.
-110 for 6.5-point teaser is an excellent price. Most places you're going to see either -130 or -140. So make sure you shop around this weekend, get the best line. It's an important part of winning is having multiple outs and having multiple books. So make sure you're checking that out as we go through here. All right, let's get over to the best bets before we get ourselves in trouble. And before I do that, I got to pull this up. Aaron, Magic, what do you think real quick about this WWE merging with the AEW?
Go ahead, Magic.
Finally figured it out. It's all a bunch of smoke and mirrors. No, it's not going to happen. It's ridiculous for that to happen. First of all, I don't even know if the SEC would allow it from a monopoly perspective to take the 2 biggest companies and buy them both and then try to merge it like that. That smells like they wouldn't even allow that to happen. No, I don't think this is happening at all. I'm still confident that the dirty Saudi oil money is going to end up buying the WWE. They'll go private. Vince McMahon will be back in charge, and you can say goodbye to the WWE as we know it.
Pretty much what he just said is what's going to happen. And the story today, or the story about AEW, is definitely all it says is AEW is interested in a merger. Magic and I are also interested in buying the WWE. Should we print that? Because, yeah, we're interested in it, but it happening 0% chance.
They're going to go private. Endeavor buys the WWE. They own the UFC already. Endeavor ends up buying them. All right, let's go to the best bets for the day here. Papadou taking Princeton -3. Aaron, well, he doesn't take the Chargers. He's playing a teaser. He's taking, I didn't switch it up. The Chargers +4.5 and San Francisco -3. I'm going Deebo Samuels over 13.5 rush yards. Magic, Oaklawn, race number 5, horse number 4, 9-5 on the morning line. 5 and 6 for the week, up $40. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Hopefully more winners. Good luck today.